Wild. Mini hockey things.
Mini hockey things. Oh yeah, these are the jerseys. 2XL.
Wow, that's my size.
Hi, I'm with Chris today. Hello, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good. I hear you play hockey, that's correct?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Have you faced any specific challenges in life that has drawn out a certain life lesson out of playing hockey?
Pretty much like if you put your mind to it and your body through it, you can do it. I've only been playing for about 3, almost 4 years now. So a lot of people that I play with and around kind of already have a head start because they've been playing since they were like 5. But I'm hanging right with them.
What are some specific religious ties to hockey that you have experienced or seen in the field?
A lot of guys, it's mainly where they're from, like where they grew up at. A lot of, European guys typically lean more Orthodox. Some guys in the Northeast in the United States are Catholic. A lot of prep school hockey is usually Catholic schools. So
That's interesting.
it's not like that hockey is a religious sport. Just a lot of guys happen to be religious that play hockey. Some of them are religious, like loosely. Some of them are just like cultural Catholic or cultural Orthodox.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Is that tied to the history of hockey?
It's not tied to the history of hockey, to my knowledge, I don't think. It's just kind of like a cool coincidence that, a lot of people share the same faith or close to the same faith.
All right. Do you know anything about the original teams that started hockey as a sport?
For the NHL, it was Toronto, the Maple Leafs, the Boston Bruins, the Canadiens, the Detroit Red Wings, Chicago, and there's another one I'm missing. I can't remember off the top of my head.
That's fine.
But those were kind of the starters. It's the 100-year anniversary of actually those teams.
That's interesting.
I'm a fan of the Red Wings, so it's
Okay.
one of the original 6.
Is there a reason you're a fan? Any specific player?
My dad got me into hockey, and he
Okay.
loved Detroit, and so I just kind of followed suit. I love Red Wing hockey. It's nothing really like it. I do have a specific player that I do like. It's defenseman Moritz Seider. He's number 53.
Stamkos the other way with Point. Stamkos to Point, coming back Seider. Pop to Seider in tight. Scores! Tipped in front. Popper! It's 4-3.
He plays really well.
Okay. That's good to know. Do you have any regrets tied to playing hockey over the years?
With hockey, I wish I would have just started earlier.
Really?
But other than that, no. If you start way early in life, typically kids start skating around 3,
Wow.
and then they start playing at 5, sometimes 4.
I would think hockey is too much of an aggressive sport for children.
They don't allow checking, like hitting hockey, until 12 years old. So it's mainly like kids learn how to skate. They learn the game. They don't travel far because it's mainly house leagues, so they stay within that rink, or they go to a rink 5 minutes up the road.
Okay, so there are different leagues in the...
Oh yeah, for sure. There's like all the house leagues are like intertied with each rink, and so like there's different leagues. There's also like different divisions. Like you have 12UA, 12UAA, and then there's AAA. AAA is like the highest of like high school hockey and
Okay.
like middle school, stuff like that.
What league do you play?
I just play in like a men's league hockey, so it's not like anything high. It's just kind of recreational hockey.
Okay.
Usually guys that want to keep playing, but they're kind of done professionally. Also do men's league hockey, but they're typically in higher levels of men's league. It goes from D, which is like the bottom. Well, no, there's like E, which is the bottom, and then you go all the way to like senior A.
So you consider hockey as kind of a lifestyle for yourself?
For sure.
Okay.
I've definitely changed lifestyles from starting hockey to now being almost 4 years into hockey. A lot of stuff has changed for sure. Like ways I talk, like kind of like just like certain cadences or like slang words I've definitely adapted in. But like hockey overall, it's kind of like a lifestyle too.
Okay. And you work in the hockey field, correct?
Yes, I work at a ice rink called Nitex Sports.
That's cool.
I'm the NA3, which is like a juniors hockey team. So guys like my age, like around the 20 to 18 years.
Okay.
I'm an equipment manager for the team, so I deal with like all their equipment, like their helmets, their skates, sometimes sticks. Like if they have anything broken on the helmet, or they need skate sharpening or rivets fixed, I kind of do that for them.
That's really cool. Is that all you really do for your job, for equipment management, or are you on the road with them?
I had the option to be on the road, but I have school right now, so I can't really do it. I did have the option to go with him to Minnesota to a showcase, but finals, so I can't go. But I do have the option to go. Usually it's other teams that they play down here in Texas or up in Oklahoma. They go to Louisiana sometimes, and as far as New Mexico, at least in their division.
Okay. What position do you play on hockey?
So right now I'm a left wing.
Okay. What is that?
So it's like hockey itself. It's kind of more like zones with sports, like zone
Alright.
coverage. So there's 5 men on the ice and then the goalie. There's 2 defensemen, which are farther back, and then you have the left wing, right wing, and center. The wingers kind of cover like the upper portions of like the boards, kind of like the left side or the right side of the ice. The
Okay.
centerman's just in the middle.
All right.
So that's kind of where the zones are that I kind of cover. It's on the offensive, so I'm more in the offensive zone. I'm not really a whole lot in the defensive zone unless there's a turnover.
Okay. Does it make you feel any specific favoritism in the team for playing that role, or do you believe that in a certain position in the team you could be played as a favorite for the crowd or for the coaches?
Typically with the positions, I don't feel any difference just because it's like a men's league thing. But in like juniors hockey and other like where you're actually playing for a team, like you have an actual coach and all that, typically the best skaters are on defense. The fastest kid's usually the centerman because the centerman's all over the ice. He's playing in the offensive zone. He's playing in the D zone. But the defensive guys are doing a lot of backwards skating, so they're usually better with their edge work. The wingers, they're usually just fast guys. It all just depends on like your conditioning and stuff like that. But when you look at it like men's league, it's just like, cool, welcome to the team. Here's the position you're playing. Typically, a lot of old guys play defense in men's league, which sucks.
Do you consider it more of a game or more of a sport?
It's definitely like a mix of both because you have to have a certain amount of athleticism to play hockey. Because like when I first started, I probably couldn't even take like a minute shift.
Really?
Shifts in hockey are usually a minute. Sometimes they're a little shorter depending on how.
Are there any specific challenges that you have faced that have made a specific impact out of your sport, though? Like, aside from just the life lesson, like any specific story?
Not any specific stories come to mind, but pretty much just actually learning the whole sport by myself has pretty much taught me everything, and that's pretty much been the big challenge is, hockey coaches are expensive, and so I've kind of just had to teach myself.
All right, so hockey as an aggressive sport. You spoke that 12-year-olds are not allowed to fight, correct?
No, so the fighting is like, it depends on like the level of hockey. Checking is when they're started allowed to like hitting people and stuff like that at 12. Fights kind of just happen in hockey. It's a very aggressive sport. So you kind of, tempers flare up. People get
You
mad.
expect it?
You not really expect it, but it's like it can happen.
Yeah. Would you understand it as, like, would you, I guess, see it as like a culture of the sport is getting into that aggressive nature?
I would say for sure it's a culture thing too. It's definitely a part of the sport, but I'd also say it's like a cultural thing. Like with refs, if they see 2 guys like throw their gloves off, they're just gonna let them do it. And lower levels,
They're not going to stop them?
typically not, unless 2 teams have been just really going at it all night. Then they're probably some refs get sick of it, then they just kind of stop it. But if guys start throwing their gloves off, they're talking at the face-off dot, they're probably just going to let them go at it.
Do they risk any financial or position on the team by getting into fights?
Players know. They don't get fined for fighting. They just get put in the penalty box for 5 minutes.
It's like a timeout.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But that's pretty much the main precautionary thing with fighting. If it's a really bad one, like if it's like they're being nasty, like Like a guy for the Red Wings, he jabbed his stick into someone and he got fined $5,000.
Oh, glory.
But in like semi-pro hockey, there's no fines or anything like that for fighting. If it's like a nasty hit, like with the Dallas Stars and Mikko Rantanen, when he boarded a guy, his face missed the glass and went straight into the board itself. And so that caused him to get knocked out. And so he got fined, I think it was like $5,000 too.
Wow.
So it kind of depends on like what happens. But general fights, they just kind of just go at it and then they both go their ways.
How much money would a professional hockey player make on like a yearly account? Do you have an idea?
They have like starting contracts, I think are like $500,000 starting out for a year. And then depending on how good you are, usually the better players get bigger contracts. Like anywhere from $1 million to a couple $100 million. So like there's some guys that are good.
Do you have to be in a semi-pro league to get paid to play?
Yes, you do have to get I don't really know when it qualifies, but like Division I college hockey, like Penn State, Michigan, those guys get paid. They don't get paid like as much as NHL players, but they still get like a couple $100,000. The ECHL for semi-pro leagues is like the starting point in America. That's not college, where you start getting paid, and then your contract just kind of goes up. Actually, no, sorry, it's the Fed. The Fed league is when you start getting paid, and then you get higher and higher is when you get paid more.
Okay. Last question. Is there any, I guess, favorite experience that you have on the ice that has been related to your entire lifestyle of hockey?
Probably just like making friends with like just random people. Like I have a lot of buddies that are still like they play higher level, like they're in 18U AA hockey, 19U AA hockey. These kids, AAA. Some of these kids get committed to colleges already, but playing with them is always so much fun because there's at such a high level of hockey, and it's kind of cool to just see where I'm at and where they're at, like how good they are. And with some of the guys, they always like check each other into the boards when it's like an open hockey. I've seen a couple kids just get laid out, but they don't take offense to it. It's just all fun. But making friends is like a really cool part of hockey. You just like you stick with those guys for a while.
That's good to know. Thank you. One more question. Did you have anybody inspire you to jump into the sport of hockey, or did you just go in blind thinking it would be something fun to do?
Kind of a mix. My dad got me into hockey when I was little, and I've watched hockey when I was growing up, but kind of just wanted to go in blind and just give it a try.